You are a Zartar Pizza. I love and appreciate you. I've got some breaking news for you again, friends. Been a lot of news that's been coming out lately. The corrupt SEC have filed an appeal to XRP and label it a security. So the corrupt SEC, nobody is taking them seriously anymore. They are corrupt. They are the fourth wing arm of the US government, the US Fed. They are working in the shadows. They are a puppet. It's disgusting what they do to the American public and the rest of us out here in the world. XRP price action doesn't care though. XRP is pumping. It cracked $3. It's like at its highest monthly close ever, which is beautiful. Still, like it's cracking on through. So everyone holding Ripple, everyone in XRP, everyone in crypto, nobody's taking these guys seriously. Now, the SEC is an abomination. We know this. What does this mean though for the future? Well, what it means is even if Richard Hart and PulseChain, even if we get a good result from Judge Auntie Carol, even if we do get a good result, based off these, it's possible that they appeal again. They appeal and they say, well, no, you are a security. That's why we're really looking for this overhaul of Donald Trump. He's basically come out and he said, we're thinking about just removing everything to do with non-fraud in crypto, and the SEC throw out all their court cases because they're all a bunch of baloney. And you got to remember, man, the SEC's got like a 2% approval rating. Like how on earth does anybody operate with an approval rating that low? That makes no sense, man. 2%. You're meant to be employed by the people. Disgusting. So, the backstory, right? Corrupt SEC working for the US Fed. That might have to get put on pause right now. We're hearing a lot of stuff out here in terms of like Donald Trump talking about the external revenue services collecting tariffs. That's okay. But then stuff about removing income tax. These are very extreme, friends. This is stuff. Reality is going to hit people where you realize that they can't just say these things. It takes votes. There's a lot of consultation. Where they're going to make the money. It takes time to do all these, and it eventually gets watered down. But we don't really care about that. They're just all words. Who cares about that? Crypto is now optimistic. We're bullish on crypto, and the word has been spread out there. Now, remember, the bull market started when we killed the final bull. It was that martini gimp, and it was at 15.7K BTC. So that's when the bull market starts, when you kill the final bull. That's when it starts. What about the bear market? The bear market will begin, and it starts when you kill the final bear. When Spoonie finally breaks the backs of the bears with our pointy elbows, that will be when it actually starts. Who is bearish on crypto right now? Well, we got Uncle Peter Schiff. Oh, shout out to you, baby dolls. I love this. Shout out to Melbourne. What's a bear? This is awesome. The dick with butt. This is a Pikachu helmet out here in the astronaut. So shout out to everyone out here. Martini Gimp. Thank you very much, Mr. AG. There you go. So, friends, everybody is working together. There are bears out there. We just need... Well, they will reveal themselves to us. You know, we'll see. The biggest bear is the US Fed. Okay. There was a lady... I don't know if you guys saw this clip. Okay. This lady... She went to... You'd go her. She was all right. She went to the US Fed, of course, who she was representing, and she wants to speak to them about putting Bitcoin on their balance sheet. And she said they were cursed at. She said they were basically... They swore at her. They said they probably said this is the dumbest trucking idea we've ever heard. So they are like extremely, of course, friends, the central banks to be, you're coming, friends, a report on UFOs, the phenomena, all these other things out here. Like the central bank is the ultimate source of power. And they're like, I'm not going to put your trashy currency on my thing. I have ultimate power. Why would I do that? So they are the ultimate bears. That's why if we think about what a white swan could look like by the end of this year, I'm not joking, man. You might have the US Fed by the end of this year. The US Fed says, we'll think about putting Bitcoin on the balance sheet. They just say the words, bro. Just say it. Because you got to understand what that means. The actual guy with the money printer who can print infinite currency units said they're going to buy this scarce asset. This public market, open world, scarce asset that you and I are long already. What does that say to everybody else out there? Oh my gosh, the final bear is the US Fed. We've killed them. that's when the bear market starts, right there. That's the beginning of the bear market. So that's, in my mind, I imagine that. Another conceptualization I have of a white swan could be, if that doesn't happen, it could be Donald Trump gets into a literal public war with President Winnie the Pooh from China. And they both battle over who's going to accumulate more Bitcoin. And so everyone in the world is like, oh my gosh, two of the biggest money printers in the world want this scarce asset, and I can actually get in right now. The timing of these things, though, friends, it would be like right here, right? It would be like, you got to understand, when that news comes out, when people are buying, there will be momentum and stuff out here in this white swan if it occurs. But I will have to gracefully tell you, you're a non-believer if you're entering now, bro. We got in when they didn't want to buy. We got in when they said it was a scam going to zero. We know how markets work, okay? That's buying in the depression. Bull markets start in depression. They grow on the pessimism. They grow on the FUD. They grow on the anxiety. And they die on the euphoria. That's when the bull market dies, on that euphoria. If that final skeptic gets in, okay? So that's just, we're always one step ahead of the game. That's what we're waiting for. But we don't need to stress, right? Because like I say, others BTC, every single day, friends, we watch this. Every single day like a hawk, waiting for these exuberant prices to come out. We're not scared here. We're not scared. This would be just like a sign that 40 cycles repeating. We'll be scared up here, okay? And this is about a 60% number of altcoins versus BTC. Hopefully it goes higher, but you know, we'll wait it out. Also, some other news of the day, friends. So Clown MetaMask, honk honk. So Clown MetaMask, they deserve the clown nose, of course. Right? He's like Clown MetaMask, friends, Infura, JP Mosquito Chain, all these other stuff. They are supporting StarkNet. Now, if you remember StarkNet, you do remember, actually, how could you forget StarkNet? So StarkNet, friends, were one of the main VC chains. Yeah, bro, this is StarkNet. Congratulations, by the way. Yay, congratulations. We're down 98%. Wow, you guys are, oh, no, this is Strike, sorry. This is StarkNet, okay? So it's still down like whatever, 80%. It used to be $2.60. Now it's down 40 cents. So obviously what they did was, it's the same VC thing we've been talking about where 95% of the coins, honk honk, they have them. They give 5% as an airdrop to the community. Everyone wastes their time. They get higher valuations. There's literally like 8 users on the chain. They claim to have this amazing tech. I think they're actually an Israeli firm. They're in Israel. I don't know how that happened. Just like a full-on Israel chain. And they did something very, very dodgy. They secretly launched their token 2 years ago. And now they've added liquidity to it. So they write, oh, we're not allowed to dump until 2 years after launch. But they tell you, oh, we actually launched the coin 2 years ago. Now it's time for us to dump. So that's how you get that price chart. Well, Clown MetaMask have supported them. The Clown Fox is making waves on StarkNet dogpoop. You can now use MetaMask swap on their different ones out here. Shout out to Mr. 011. We love you, Mr. JP. Oh, PulseChain is missing. You need to talk to the devs about this mistake. Unacceptable. I agree, sir, because what they're doing is they're feeding into this like bug eater, jab worshipper, bug overlord, soy latte, pencil neck, noodle arm, just pathetic excuse of human beings. It's feeding into that Ethereum culture, which is filthy and disgusting. MetaMask obviously should be supporting PulseChain, but obviously PulseChain's not an Ethereum layer 2, so that's technically why it is. But okay, hey man, how you guys been turning out with your Ethereum layer 2 stuff lately? It hasn't been going good, really, because you've been literally cucked from within. Literally cucked. You ever been in hotel rooms? There's always that cuck chair in the corner. Like, bro, why put a chair that just faces the bed? Like, who sits on that cuck chair? It's one of these like 8th wonders of the world that always appears. It's always in these hotel rooms. There's always a cuck chair there just to watch everybody else just sitting there. What are you doing? Reading books, bro? No one reads books. So, yes, cuck chairs is for everyone who supports this Ethereum layer 2 stuff. And obviously, I messaged let MetaMask know, if you don't add PulseChain support, it's okay. Probably Phantom's going to add PulseChain support. Someone's going to add it, and then you guys are going to be on the back foot again. Also, shout out to Mr. pDAI to $1 with Erica Wall. I am not an investor in Stark. I receive no tokens as compensation for my role at the board of Foundation. Yeah, I mean, like, it better work for you. I'm telling you, I'm just saying it better work, because we've got the loudest megaphone in crypto, 250,000 people now. You've kicked the wrong hornet's nest. Also, I want to give a special shout out to my friend Ivan on Tech. I was at the gym, friends. I was training shoulders, doing traps, of course. Got to get the traps out. And I stopped and I was watching Ivan, and I love it when Ivan, if you listen to him, the microphone's muffled. Pushing the button! It's really muffled at the start and it G's me up. I love hearing that. It's very funny, very comical. Okay, so the first comment though broke my heart. So this soy boy said, Ivan, for F's sake, stop shouting into your mic. Put a cover on it. Adjust your levels. Your voice is distorted. It's horrible. Thanks for your content. Okay, I gave it a downvote and I publicly just messaged Ivan, please don't listen to these soy boys, bro. Okay, do not listen to these soy boys. We are all inspired by this microphone muffled shouting. The green candles become ever so slightly more green when we are witnessing Ivan do his beautiful microphone shouting. There you go, friends. Just gave it a few knocks right here. Okay, green candles lighting up our faces. So in this bull market, it will get more loud. It will get more eccentric. You're going to see more and more things like this appear. You're going to see just... also funny, shout out to Mr. Crypto 7 as well. Even the best gets hate. That's actually interesting. So also on that topic, just to let you know, friends, as well. I got no ego. I got no pride. I don't care about that. Okay, but there's going to be this fake rumor stuff appearing. That's bull market stuff. It comes with the territory, or the bull market candles going up. So there was a guy. There was a token. This guy it made these false lies up. He said I had been dumping this token. And then you guys checked my public wallet address and you're like, no, he didn't. Somi actually bought it. He's down 90% on it. Because when he accused me of dumping, I was like, I didn't say anything. I was like, oh, this guy's an actual retard, bro. I'm actually down on that. Like, stop. I was actually pissed off. Like, hey, why'd you say that coin name? You reminded me how down I am on that. That was funny. So you guys all did that and you all went hard on him as well. So people are just going to say stuff because what happens is, look, I empathize. I don't get it. You see someone like me, you're like, man, because you're sitting at home, you're like, you're not happy. You're like, well, this thing sucks. No one's making money. It's trash. You understand that. Well, I feel that way too. It's just that I feel that way too. I feel that way too. But then I stop crying. I stop feeling sad for like 2 seconds. Then I start looking at the research and the charts and the fundamentals. And I look at them and I'm like, oh, if we go back, that's why, friends, I'll give all your highest value content in crypto, like and subscribe. I go to every single cycle and I'm like, okay, what point would you start to get nervous? We were never at that point. We're still not at that point. Okay, do you remember to show you others BTC has to be higher. We need between mid-January to end of February, the 4-year cycle keeps playing out. And guess what? Yeah, I'm not going to be honest, not going to lie. The goalposts do get moved. We were hoping last year we're moving up by now. We're meant to go up only. It was literally meant to go up only. The G-Stack meant to be on side now, but it's not. Okay, but we just keep moving the goalposts because, yeah, okay, technically, if we're going to get a 2017 cycle, that's what happens. That's how we move forward in this. You don't have these 100% perfect formulas and stuff out here, okay? Also, friends, there's always allegations about, oh, this guy's dumping or whatever, dude. You can't stop these. I want to let you know. You cannot stop people saying this guy's buying, this guy's selling. And guess what? Honestly, it doesn't even matter, bro. It doesn't even matter. It's the bull market year. Do you understand what bull market means? It means there are literally hundreds of millions of people out there who are not rich yet, who want to get rich. They don't care that something looks like a scam. They don't care, dude. They just care about the green candles. Oh, this thing's going up. You're getting rich every single day for the past 3 weeks. Let me hop on. That's what it comes down to. So obviously, you can believe the FUD, but don't believe the FUD, okay? I'm not doing this secret stuff out in the background. We're all suffering together when these prices go down. But hey, we still also got to wait longer. You know what I mean? There's no secret agenda out here. It's just a waiting game. And also, I even prepared you. By the way, technically, you're meant to be selling now anyway. If this is the final year, technically, the safer strategy is sell 2% of your portfolio every week. Literally this whole year. Every week, 50 weeks of the year, 2% of your portfolio done. You know, but obviously we're all trying to time it. We're trying to take a bit more risk and whatever. So there you go. We're all taking on that risk. I want to remind you this as well. So Ethereum, right, after it's launched in 12 months, it did a freaking 37x return, man. So that's what many people hoped for PulseChain. They hoped that, that's why I'm just telling you, a lot of people they think they know markets. They don't actually know shit. They think, oh, the more people know about it now, and there's more technology and there's more adoption and we understand more. No, that's bearish, bro. That's bearish. The fact that there's more people in and it's been done before and there's more certainty, that's bearish, okay? But also, you can't just go run into everything that's never been done before because you'll lose 99 times out of 100 if you just throw them out without no rhyme and reason, okay? Ethereum, 37x for day one participants, okay? The day one launch, this is funny, if you bought the high on day one launch, you still got 3.8x. So Ethereum went up 10x day one launch. You know, that would be like PulseChain being 10x sack price. We actually went to 3x, so we're divided by 3. So, yeah, so that's something to think about. Also, shout out to my friend Mr. Sergeant Wawa. pDAI is this cycle's best tech innovation. pDAI to $1 is the most obvious thing to have. All those who fade it will cope. I'm just being honest, friends. I know it's controversial, okay? I know it's controversial. I'm not going to shut my mouth, though. I'm just telling you, yes, pDAI, it ticks the boxes of a first cycle unicorn. That doesn't mean it is, okay? If we lose all our money, we deserve to lose all our money, okay? That's it. We're in this together, okay? But if it works out, it ticked every single box, okay? Richard Ha, it's doing an inverted thing. We've never seen something like that before, okay? There's no word for this. Okay, but you understand, friends, in this game, remember I told you I'm here 18 hours a day here for you? Well, the first 8 hours, you're keeping on the lights. You're keeping on the office lights. You're turning on the computers. You're sitting on the squeaky chairs, making sure they still squeak. That's like the 8 hours. Everybody does the 8 hours, okay? Then there's the next 4 hours. Now you're getting a bit of edge. Now you're outperforming the market. Okay, but you're doing between 8 to 12 hours. Everyone's just stopping at like 6 to 8. You're doing 8 to 12. Okay, then I go, okay, I'll go 16 hours. 16 hours. Now we're really starting to accelerate edge, even though it's like 0.1% extra edge, but it's compounding over time, okay? Screw it, go for 18 hours, okay? Go for 18, literally 24 hours. This is the type of stuff you come to. It's not easy. It's like you go through 1,000 things and you're like, oh, wow, I don't know if this is it, but this just ticks the boxes. It ticks the boxes, okay? Hidden, mystery, never been done before. There's no coin market crap sector. It's got the perfect retailer narrative. So like, even if it's a scam, and depends how you use that word scam, is Doja scam and Shiba scam? No, they're not. But I guess you would think they're a scam if you're sidelined and people were saying, hey, can SHIB get to $1? You know, but then again, people said the same thing about Doge, then it did a 250x and it went to 70 cents. So the word scam, we just say that out there, okay? Let's use another word. Is it easy to trap retail? Can pDAI trap retail? It can. But also, retail this is not a retail trap chart, okay? That's what I'm saying. Retail you don't do this. It's not a trap, bro. This is something's going on here, okay? I would love us to get at least this 10-cent zone by June. That'll be beautiful. I'll be euphoric there. Right now, all over crypto, though, you have AI agents. I mentioned this before as well. So Rand Nuna predicts that AI agents are going to like suck up the mindshare from meme coins. This is what happens, friends, every single time. The leader, the spear of the sector, in this case, AI agents, the spear of them, eventually they stop and they run out of buyers. And then they do this capitulation thing. Then something else is moving and these things just keep bleeding out. And then you actually realize, oh, once again, the thing isn't the future of finance. It was just a coin attached to a thing. And then pretty much everyone overestimates it once again. It doesn't mean don't try. It does not mean that at all. I'm just saying, like, we've seen it, bro. Like, memes are easy to understand. Memes, cults, religions, they are easy to understand. And because Bitcoin's a meme. That's it. It's a Bitcoin, friends. Literally, what's Bitcoin's functions? Bitcoin's utility is you can send, you can receive, or you can mine it. That's it. Send, receive, mine it. Can you do that with your meme coins? Pretty much, yeah. You can't mine it, but people don't even care about the Bitcoin mining part, okay? They care more about the adoption part. Shout out to Crypto Sniper. I mentioned this before as well. Is the Interpol FUD done now? Price behavior suggests so. It's kind of interesting. Yeah, the Interpol FUD for PulseChain and PulseX. Remember, PulseX has remained green on the weekly super trend. This is PLS, PulseChain chart. So PulseChain, friends, has to get to 0.7x of day one sack if it wants to reverse Interpol FUD completely. So that was, I'll just show you how much further is that, 0.7x, it's 30% gain. So another 30% gain, and we pretty much erased Interpol. Now, PulseX itself, this is it. It's still green on the weekly super trend, hanging on by that tooth. If you want to see the monstrous strength of PulseX, there you go. Look, I'm just being honest, man. It feels like Richard Hart's walking this in the background, and he's got a lot of anonymous wallets that even like Martini guy and people haven't figured out because he made the chain, bro. He's probably got a lot of anonymous wallets. Something's going on in the background, and I don't care if people know. In fact, that gives me more confidence, okay? You know why? Just to let you know. So Richard and everyone else, I want you guys to know, your friend Simon is going to tell you this. Why I am confident of this is I think Richard's been doing this the whole time. He's been walking this up. I haven't seen one person discover it, one piece of evidence. No one's rated essay. No one's actually said it but me, which I like. Let me add to that why. That shows big things can happen without anybody knowing. They can. Like this. This is a big thing. Make no mistake about it, okay? That's what I love to see. It means you can get upside surprises. And it's very possible. Like, hey, did you know this was happening in the background? You only know this because I've been talking about it, friends. I've been charting this the whole time. Like, hey, like something's going on in the background. Maybe all your theories about maybe pDAI not going to work. Maybe they can be inverted too. Just saying, okay? POV, it's December 2025 and we finally made it to crypto. These things always trip me out, friends. If you get a chance, okay, you want some fun watching, watch Free Solo from Alex Honnold. Now, this guy's an absolute freak of nature. He's a free climber. He climbs these big mountains, obviously, without any gear. Man, this gives me literally no gear. None. Just telling you, man, that's kind of funny. We're both wearing red shirts. Did we manifest these, friends? Yes, you want to see achieving great things, but obviously don't try it at home, friends. Don't try it at home. If you're going to try this at home, like at least wait till Bitcoin's $1 million or something. You know what I mean? Like, but if you want to try it, it's okay. Bitcoin hit 100K. That's a good milestone itself. Where to from here? Remember, 4 years ago, the corrupt SEC went after XRP during Christmas Eve. But now, corrupt SEC, their final bite is they go for Elon Musk. Corrupt SEC, they run out of crypto targets, right? They ran out all the crypto targets. They've literally run out. There's no one left. They just went after Elon, right? I think we've survived the toughest battles. As you just recently, you know, they're trying to do that whole, as we just went through. Oh, we're going to try appeal and call you a security. Bro, just get out, dude. Just get out, you corrupt pieces of trash. We're still looking for Bitcoin to go to this tasty tubes region, okay? So in a nutshell, all our altcoins, it's almost in the bag. Altcoins are in the bag. The thing is, though, we don't know what US dollar price will get. That is all determined by Bitcoin. Okay, so the US dollar pricing of your portfolio. So when we talk about X's, that is all determined upon Bitcoin and especially Ethereum. Bitcoin and Ethereum. Yeah, because obviously Bitcoin and Ethereum. That's the US dollar. But in terms of, you know, euphoria and the waves and stuff, that's pretty much in the bag. Okay. But you see, you don't really care about, I know most people, they don't care about if they time the top. They don't care about that because they only made like if they wouldn't care about timing the top if they only made like a 3x on the US dollar portfolio from today. They think that's a complete failure. You know, but for the rest of us in the cycles, we're like, hey man, if Bitcoin didn't move up and you were able to time the top, you actually survive, you sidestep everything, but not really though. You still have to pay your dues and stuff in the bear market. So yes, that the next leg up, we're very, very optimistic for that. And just a friendly reminder, if you do the perfect symmetry from the bottom to the top, October 6th is where crypto has topped out. Bitcoin has topped out in the past, October 6th. But here's the thing. It doesn't have to get there and then drop like that. It can go there and do this. We have another big alt season. It can do that. Range, and then capitulate at the end. That can happen. By the way, you know this chart I just drew? That is actually 2017, 2018, my friends. That's it. Bitcoin goes up and look at that. Look at down, range. See that? Hey, seems to be okay. The final capitulation. That is the end of 2018 there. Maybe we'll get it as well, 2026. We'll wait and see. Like, subscribe, press the belly button, and all. Catch you in the next one.